man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. Alrighty then, we back. Goodfella Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking back in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the videos, talk some boxing. And is Errol Spence and Danny Garcia any better than Terence Crawford and Kell Brook? Kell Brook and Terence Crawford is pretty much done. It's been done for a while. I guess they're just hammering out some minor details. And people say, oh, you just being biased against TJ. But let's break it down, right? All right, people praising Errol Spence and Danny Garcia. In my opinion, the only intrigue about the fight is how Errol Spence looks, after the car accident. That's the major intrigue. Other than that, Danny Garcia don't have a significant win at the welterweight limit. So tell me, what's Danny Garcia's best win at the welterweight limit? I would say Robert Guerrero. He barely beat Paul. He beat Paulie. Oh, he didn't knock him down, but he beat Paulie. He fought Ralph Salka. He fought Lamont Peterson at welterweight. A lot of people felt that he lost that fight. He beat Granados. He struggled a little. I won't say struggled, but he didn't look good versus Ivan Redcash. I was actually doing some film work on the Charlo twins and Rosario yesterday, and I seen that he promised a knockout at the Danny Garcia show versus Redcash. He didn't get that knockout. So his best win is versus Robert Guerrero, where in Floyd Mayweather opinion, okay. I felt that Robert Guerrero, he got the win. Okay. Leonard Guerrero got the win. Danny Garcia didn't deserve the win. I felt Robert the Ghost Guerrero beat him. Okay. So that's what Floyd said. He said he felt that Robert Guerrero, actually beat Danny Garcia. People felt that Lamont beat Danny Garcia. So what's his best win? Adrian Granados. Okay. So once again, when you look at it that way, it's hard not to look at people's career in its entire in totality, or is everything. All right, it's hard to cut off what Floyd did at 30, 35, 40 and 47 rather what he did at 54 and what he did at 47 to isolate it alone. When you isolate Danny Garcia's welterweight division, every fight he came up short. He could say, oh, the Sean Porter fight was close. It was close, but you lost. Keith Thurman fight, people say it was only close because Keith Thurman allowed it to be close. Keith Thurman still he was healthy. He still had killer in him. I believe Keith Thurman probably could have stopped Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't. He played the round game, the point game. He outpointed Danny Garcia the first 5 rounds. Then he just trailed the back end. He just, picked and choose his spots. So you look at it, Danny Garcia, a guy that's weight drained at 47 according to him, he ready to move all the way up to 154 pounds. Compare him to Kell Brook. Kell Brook best win is versus a prime Sean Porter. Okay? Am I lying? He was the first to put the hands on the Beast by Dre or the Beast by Brook on Sean Porter. The same, and not even the same Sean Porter. Sean Porter was younger and vibrant, and he was more healthy at that point, less scar tissue. And Kell Brook beat a prime Sean Porter better than Errol Spence beat him, better than Keith beat him, in my opinion. He handled Sean Porter. Older Sean Porter, 3 years later, Danny Garcia lost to him. So, once again, come again, motherfucker. Once again, Kell Brook got a better win at the welterweight division than Danny Garcia do. And once again, Kell Brook is coming down in weight, but don't forget when he fought Errol Spence, he came down 2 weight classes. He was weight draining coming off an injury. This is a fresher Kell Brook. This is a Kell Brook coming off a win. This is a Kell Brook that seemed a little bit more confident than usual. So when you look at the fights, there's really not a lot of separation between there. Kell Brook had a better career at welterweight than Danny Garcia did. Yeah, he beat Guerrero. He beat a Rod Salka. He beat a old Rios. He beat Adrian Granados and stuff of that nature. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I give it to him. He did beat those guys, but it ain't nothing impressive. When we talking about the one lineal, or it's not lineal, but the one big win, Kell Brook got that big win. And he also competed with Errol Spence already. So at the end of the day, when people talking about, Terence Crawford and Kell Brook his ass, I don't want to see neither one of these fights. But I will tell you that, the Terence Crawford and Errol Spence fight, Kell Brook fight is the better fight. You know what I'm saying? You want to watch the better fight because it's free $99. You don't have to pay a subscription. You don't have to pay $80. It's the better fight. It's free. You know what I'm saying? Kell Brook got a better win than Danny Garcia at the welterweight limit. Danny Garcia ain't did nothing but barely stay afloat. He treading water. You know what I'm saying? And then again, the only intrigue about this fight is that is Errol Spence okay after a car accident? And Errol Spence is fighting a big puncher depending on who you talk to. This would probably be the biggest puncher that he fought. But then again, you know, a week before that, I think Kell and Terence is fighting. Now, if Danny and Errol was on free TV, then there'd be no contest. I believe, you know, you got an intriguing fight, but to pay $80 for it, who want to pay $80 for a basic welterweight fight, a glorified tune-up? This is what Errol was telling people at PBC. This was a tune-up. That's why he took Danny Garcia. So when you talk about the price tag, Danny Garcia is an average welterweight. His whole career, he's been average. Average. You know, people say, well, it's a good fight, this, that, and the third, and we'll see. It's all about how physically good Errol Spence is. If Errol Spence is what he was before, you should see Errol Spence be able to, you know, outpoint Danny Garcia. But one thing is, you probably going to see a knockout in the Crawford and Kell Brook fight. Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, because you see a knockout? Yeah. But I only see it coming from one party. I only see Danny Garcia knocking Errol Spence out. And only how I see that is if Errol Spence ain't 100% healthy. If he ain't what he was before. I don't see Errol Spence knocking out Danny Garcia. You know, people say, well, he go to his body. Man, you go to a counterpuncher body, you open yourself up to be countered. You open yourself to go to sleep. Go to sleep. Be quiet. Would I want to see Danny Garcia put Errol Spence to sleep? It makes me no difference. I enjoy it. Pour up a little yak, a little tequila, kick it with y'all at the fight party, the post-fight party. I wouldn't be mind if he sent Errol Spence front teeth into the front row. His fake teeth just come out. I wouldn't mind it. You know? But then again, I only see a knockout coming one way at this point. Now, you know, can I see him knock him out had he not had the car injury in January? I still don't see him knocking out Danny Garcia. I just don't think I don't think he got the skills to knock out Danny Garcia. I mean, I don't think he got the power. I don't think he got the skills neither. I don't see him knocking out Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Danny Garcia too patient. He very, very he's very economic. Where I mean he uses punches. You know, he really how can I say? He punched the land. You know what I'm saying? Danny ain't throwing no punches out there. So Danny ain't gonna open up too much. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference. Danny gonna be very, very, you know, selective with his punches, and Errol is a selective puncher. They both punch the land. This would be an interesting fight, but you know, if Errol Spence is 100%, it's a fight. I think he decisions Danny Garcia. All right, if he what he was, if he ain't, he get caught and go to sleep. Well, we a party. It don't make me no difference. But then again, with Kell Brook and Terence Crawford, you know, when you talking about entertainment, bang for your buck, you know, Crawford come to fight. You know what I'm saying? Crawford come to bring the pain. Crawford come to look at a knockout. What is it? Jeff Horn, Jose Benavidez, Amir Khan, Kai Velasquez. Has he fought anybody else at the welterweight limit? He could have fought somebody else I'm missing. But he got a knockout every welterweight fight he been in. So I expect that streak to stay alive. You know what I'm saying? I do. I expect it to stay alive. I expect that fight to be, you know, entertaining. You know what I'm saying? So and it's free. So that's why I'm rolling with that fight. It ain't no big difference between it. People just think because Danny Garcia was a name at 40. Ever since that Reese Herrera fight, he's been an average boxer. He's, you know, lost that fight in my opinion. You probably could say he lost the Lamont Peterson fight. He, you know, who else he lost to? You could say he lost to Robert Guerrero. He lost to Sean Porter. He lost to Keith Thurman. So, you know, we talking about this Danny Garcia 2, 3, 4 years ago in some of these fights. So it really ain't no difference. You know, the best Danny Garcia was at 140 pounds. The best Danny Garcia we seen 4, 5, 6 years ago. He a shell of himself at this point. And the best Kell Brook we seen about 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. He a shell of himself at this point. So they both just ops. They just opponents. They just got good names. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, they best are behind them. The best Kell Brook behind them. The best Danny Garcia behind him. These are leftover fights. So people want to just make it seem like because Danny got a name. Danny ain't had a significant victory since he beat Lucas Matisse. How long ago was that? So, like, you know, people trying to act like this is, You know, PBC is giving a good fight because they put a price tag of $80 on you. A damn fool to buy that fight. This a St. Vincent de Paul, Salvation Army, Plato Closet, hand-me-down fight. Both of these are hand-me-down fights. I prefer the Crawford and Brook fight because it's free 99 and I ain't got to pay nothing. All right, but let me know what you guys think. I know PBC, well, you hating, man. I mean, Danny Garcia, man. He could have won that fight. He almost, mine. Shut up, man. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, response, share video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, payout in the description. CJ Good 313 $CJ Good 313 PayPal link in the description. Shout out to Ed for donating, man. Appreciate the love, support. Best way to donate personally is to share that video. Let me know what you guys think. Mine, we gone.